Right, this is this is me, not everybody else. This is just how I put a new scope on. So I am really trying to get this to group at 100 yards. It will reach 100 yards, but with the scope I had on top, the Hawk Sidewinder. Can't remember what it was, Hawk something. But the Hawk I had didn't have enough zoom. So I bought a new one. I bought a Wolf. What was it? A Wolf Lightning 7x25, 725 44 SFP. So I've got a bit more zoomy. Right. So again, this is how I do scopes. Okay. I've got a little tip. My little tip. I used a bit of equipment from someone else and I liked it, so I bought it myself. So first of all, I want to get your mounts on to start with. Is normally a good idea. I know roughly where they live on this S400. It will go one about there. Finger tight, not crank it on, you'll break it. So a little bit loose, and then check actually with this because this is a bit different. It's longer. I'm going to want it up there. So let's get this one on. Screwy. Apologise if you can hear the heater. I will switch it off in just a second. Because it's a bit cold here in Norfolk today. So again, don't want them tight because you'll break it. Scope on top. Now I have a little bit over there which I use to look at. Bloody neighbours' dogs. Right, let's bang on. So get your top parts of the mounts. 1 and 2. Find the right fitting. They're slightly smaller. It's them ones. Right, and then opposites. So I'm going to start from the back and I'll go to the front. So I've got back corner. Give that a couple of twists. 1, 2. Diagonal corner. 1, 2. One above it. 1, 2. Then onto the front corner. 1, 2. And now I'm going to do the same here. Opposite. 1, 2. Into the back corner. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And I've got stuff falling. Happy days. Now, it's still movie. You can still move that, as you can see. Now, I got shown one of these, and I used one. They're called a reticle level from Segway. This one's from. I think there's a couple of different companies that make them, but this particular one is from Segway. Now, I was shown these by Roger Leet many years ago over at Triple G. So it comes with 2 thicknesses, you see. So got one of them, thick side and your thin side. Now I know this has only got a small reticle crosshair, so I'm going to be using the thin side. It's got a bubble as well, and then you just slot it in. Preferably you want your gun to be a bit more stable. This is a bit slanty, so let me lift this up. The nice Nighthawk stand that I use. It's very nice. I like the Nighthawk stand. And it's also a local product to me. The factory, or warehouse anyway, isn't that far. 15-20 minutes. drive. Just leveling it off for a minute, because I know that's not going to flop around. Lovely, lovely. Oh, no, tighten that one up, tighten that up. And then just give it a bit of a lift in the middle. There we go. That's a lot better. Right, so what you got, so I'm using a thin crosshairs, lines on this. And then get yourself nice and comfy. And then you sort of level. I also want to make sure this is nice. If you have one, rubber bands are useful. It does come with hooks, but I lost a rubber band ages ago. So I just do this by eye with it being me holding on to it. Right, and then you want to just line your horizontal line up with two of the lines. As close as. There we go. So I know that's roughly where I want it. And then rinse and repeat. The 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just get this on there nice and tight. Oh, I messed that up a little bit. I went on the wrong corner. Stuff, this is falling. I think the cave is haunted. And then I tend to get it not all the way tight, but nearly there. And then I'll give it one final check in a moment. Right, so it's still got a little bit of play, and yes, I know I have just knocked that out. But again, get this in. Make sure the bubble is level. There we go. And adjust the last little bit. Right, so we are bang on. And then it's just a matter of finishing it off to make sure it's all battened down. Not going to go anywhere when it comes to shooting. As you can see, they're not tight at all. They're just finger tight. Because you don't want to go tight, because you'll bend the tube. So it just gives a bit of resistance. So there, back to the front, there, 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 and there. And there you go. So thanks to the straight shot, crosshair is on. Nice, nice. And then S400 has its new toy to play with. So yeah, keep an eye out for that upcoming video. Is can I get this to group at 100 yards with those pro swaggin slugs, which it loves them. It loves the pro hunter slugs. So yeah, that's how this one here puts on a scope. Happy days.